Hello everybody, Good Buddy Q here with
Lubo.
last we left off, we're in a never-ending nightmare of dystopia
And sadness.
and sadness. And we decided to switch off voices, so Lubo's gonna be sealing for a while, because I've been sealing a fuck ton.
Yeah. And the little guy never shuts up.
Yeah, one, never shuts up, two, it's awkward to talk to myself. Good eye, Sealant. Good eye. Obtained pendant.
Sealant obtained a pendant! Hooray!
Oh, it's an armor, okay. Change my luck. Aight, cool.
I'm a lucky boy.
I'm a lucky boy! I'm a lucky son of a gun! Shit! Oh wait, no.
Stuff!
You're pretty good at finding things. Broken toy. It helps when they're like open in the snow! Not snow, sand. Can I change?
It's the exact opposite.
Okay. Then what do I do with that? Oh Jesus. Okay.
This is Pokemon music.
That just took all of the fucking drama out. Does anyone recognize this? Roman's damage. Oh my god. Slap. Tough cookie.
Slap!
Jab.
Eh.
Oh, get it? Because the snake has no knees. 14. Okay.
He's an adventurer no more. Ah! What?
Cockroach. Covered in garbage. Let's see what their basics are. Oh damn! Beatrice, do not fuck around.
Beatrice does not fuck around.
Sayonara, pussies. Another cockroach. Because they live, bitch. Hooray. They're weak.
Which is good because the encounter rate's super high.
Hey, Uncle Denmark! No shit. I'm sorry. Get me used to it.
Hey, Uncle Denmark?
Yeah?
I'm hungry.
Shit. Oh, sorry to hear that. You'll have to wait a while before we eat, I'm afraid.
It's like I told you before, kid. The outside air is full of radiation. These suits aren't just fashion statements, you know? We have to wear them for our protection.
So we cannot eat or drink while we are out there. Nor anything else for that matter. There are no safe places in between here and base either.
Must be hard then.
It is. Just hold on a little longer, alright?
I am certain China's back home, already cooking a delicious meal for us. Look forward to it. He's the best cook there is. He can make cockroach edible.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Huh?
France. France is an amazing cook. The best.
They're banging.
They're banging.
There they go again. The Sema were here to be chiming in about Turkey. Huh?
Happens all the time. Don't worry about it. Pat, pat.
Who's Sema?
Another dude. Ah! Hawk!
With teeth?
Well, mutated, I guess. Also, this music is really fucking loud!
Might want to bring your music down by about 20%, because as is, I have to shout to hear myself.
Yeah, there we go. Woo! Because then this music is really quiet.
Well, by comparison.
Shit. Whatever.
What? Stupid hawks!
Go away. I could go get it.
Go get it. It's a hawk.
Dog!
Oh.
No fight!
Bad doggy.
They're hungry.
So am I. I'm hungry too. Another great find.
Peaches.
I can't eat it.
No, but we can eat it later.
No, I
Oh, you can't eat it.
that was something in, like, post-apocalyptic stuff that I always saw, and I just think to myself, oh shit, I'm gonna starve to death in the apocalypse, because everything is canned peaches and beans.
You can eat the beans.
I can eat the
Not
beans. Not the peaches. I mean, ultimately, it might be better that I don't, but you know what? Meh.
Snow globe. Weird shit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Over.
I forgot. Why did Norway get the dog toy?
It was something Denmark found, and he thought Norway would like it.
Uh.
So he wanted to give it to him. Or it was something he had to keep Zealand, like, happy. But I think he wanted to give it to Norway. And it's just like, Norway's like, are you fucking kidding me? A dog toy? Okay. Or was it Zealand? Maybe it was, he did give it to Zealand to be like, hey, look at this! A dog toy? Yeah! Look at it! Squeak, squeak! Just to fucking fill that kid with some sort of wonder again. It's been a while! I don't like to think about gutters a lot.
I don't want to either, though it was a seminal part of, like, my experience within the fandom. Because I was around when it was still updating, and it was one of those things where you knew it was going to update, and you checked every day, sometimes by the hour, and you were like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we are, Zealand. Home sweet home.
Where? Right in front of us.
Now, watch closely.
Sometime today, Matthias.
No need to be so impatient. God.
I have a wife and child I'd like to get back to.
And I have 2 grieving brothers. Come on in. The water's great.
3 grieving brothers and a tiny child
Hey,
to throw at them.
Marcus, we back.
So I see. So turn it on and wash off those radioactive garbage off of us.
Hey, Marcus, do me a favor.
What favor?
The nations that are hanging around, could you call them to meet us?
Huh?
It's a surprise. Just call them, would you?
Fine.
Come on, though.
If you start anything weird...
Nah, I was dead. Kugel! Micronations! Look who we found while we were out! Baby!
Sealand! Is it really you? Yeah, it's me. Oh. Are you real?
Is it really? Oh, shit, right, you or why? I could be hot.
Yeah. Is it really you? Where have you been?
It's been a long time. I'm just glad to see you're safe, Sealand. Hey, at least let him through the door before you barred him with questions. I'm gonna go sleep. Hey, China, we still have some spare bedrooms, don't we? Of course we do! We always have a few extra just in case. Still someone should go clean it. Out. Not me! I'm busy cooking for the groups we sent out. I cannot keep an eye on my dishes and clean the bedroom several floors down at the same time. Oh, I could.
Not you, idiot. Go rest.
Oh, were you planning to do it?
Yes, he's my nephew after all.
I'll help.
I'll help as well. Just allow us to have a little chat with him later.
So you agree?
Yes, Denmark, go eat and have a long nap. You look like your eye bags are bouncing off your knees. We'll take care of the
My
rest.
what?
Your eye bags!
My what?
I swear to God.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm gonna go sleep for 3 days.
Sounds good. We'll have a really terrible eye sobbing shaving scene when you come back.
Oh, I just realized it was the magic trio.
You're right!
Oh boy.
I bet that's why they survived. Shield, motherfucker!
Shield!
So now I'm here. Probably clung to by a terrified, half-sobbing
Bunch of kids.
And
the mother.
And dad. How long? Can I get back home to my own time? Sealand? Patting his head. Are you alright? You're zoning out a little bit. Are you okay? I'm just tired.
Whoa.
Whoa, if that roaring was any indication, you sound hungry too. Well, we can easily fix that. Let's go to the kitchen. We can find a place for you to rest. You've had a very long journey. I don't think he realizes just quite how true that is.
That's it?
That's it?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay. Damn. No more boy. Bitch! I go before I have my debut! You suckers!
You didn't get your rev, boy.
No. Eh, Kyokin64 possibly guessed that I won't reveal yet. As you probably heard us talking about, but I'm not gonna say much more for their sake. Okay, wrap-up time. Your thoughts. Would you like it? Yes. Sealand settles in his new home and reflects on everything he has learned recently about his world. Things that are appealing.
Really? They let you do that now? See. We don't have to fight them about it? We'll be sneaky?
Join the meetings, I guess?
See.
And things that are not.
What do you mean? None of us are allowed to go outside? That's right. You're too young, and we want you to be safe. But we crossed the wasteland to get here. You also had Denmark and his group watching over and protecting you along the way.
Of course, when have the rules ever stopped him marching through the nightmares this fall in ABC?
Seriously? You're still going to go? Yes. I have to find a way home. I can't do it if I stay here forever. Then, I'm with you. Put the gun down. Really?
I'm going to shoot the monster, Sealand, not you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Of course, we're still part of the club. With friends by his side, Sealand steps back out into what has become known as the wasteland. What will they find? More revealed next update. See you then! And that's it. Wrap up. Let's go.
Okay. Let's, okay. Because now I'm reminded of it via the title music. Music! It's really, really loud. And in places it can be really jarring in comparison to what's happening in the scene.
Like, you can probably take out your earphone if it's easier to make you
Oh,
talk.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay. So, take for instance the transition between Lorenzo finding Sealand and bringing him back to camp, that whole bit. And that makes sense. I mean, you have this sense of tension, you're trying to build it between the sun setting and going with this relative stranger over to a camp, meeting people, accidentally running into Uncle Denmark and all that. There's a sense of tension there. It's like, you gotta go, things are shitty. I get that. But you have the same music also playing when Denmark tells Sealand that members of his family are dead. And it...
Hold on, I'm just taking out my earbud too. Okay.
It doesn't gel well together. It kind of cheapens the dialogue a little bit, and it sucks you out of what should be a really tearful, not tearful, but like somber moment, you know?
Yeah. And it's the same throughout the whole thing. There's just none of it. It's just one, like, yeah, it's one long cutscene, and that's just how it is. But sometimes you just need a different, like, breaks in it to make it feel more like it's more cutscenes than just one, so you're not just on a singular static image without much moving around at all.
That said, I didn't really mind that so much. I mean, it is kind of going more, I don't want to say visual novel
Yeah.
direction, but it's definitely more going towards that than classic RPG.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that. Everyone has their own unique setup, that what works well or best with them. I mean, God knows that's how most of my games end up being. You go one place, you go to another, you have battles, blah blah blah. But it also feels kind of rushed, and by that I mean you are thrown like a fastball screaming down the center of the plate from Sealand appearing in the wasteland to being told that his family's dead.
And there wasn't really much connection to it. Like, not connection, but like, no really impact of like, oh no, they're dead. Like, I know he was upset and it's like, oh, yeah. But then it's like, for us, we're like, okay.
It would have had more impact if we saw, say, maybe the drive down to the meeting between the Nordics and with Sealand there, and you saw, you know, Sweden and Finland and Sealand interacting with each other, because then you have this nice, excuse me, this nice happy warm memory to go off of, and it adds a little bit more weight to Sealand being told that his family is dead.
Especially, like, you can have another foreshadow of this dystopia to come, of, like, say, they're in the car and Sweden turns on the radio, or it even starts with, like, the radio being on and talking about something going down somewhere, like, some, like, tensions are heating up with, like, some nations and stuff like that, and, you know, things are going wrong. Like, Iceland mentioned that China was doing something kind of weird, and so Sweden turns it off to instead just talk to Sealand, and then Sealand talks to them, and Finland asks, like, what he's doing, and it's like what they're gonna be talking about, and like, hey, can we go to McDonald's after? And it's like, sure, and stuff like that. Just like showcase that they're a good close family, especially with Sweden if he's the one gonna die, so it makes it more heartfelt when you're actually reunited with them again.
Yeah, and given that you have this family connection between all of them, the same thing goes with Iceland. I know they don't interact a lot, but you can have that sort of older cousin, younger cousin dynamic going on between them if you wanted to. I mean, he is an uncle, but he's like physically 15. Yeah, he's a teenager. He's full of angst. He's an emo boy. Go for it.
Like, when Sealand's told to go and play, either Iceland can be, hey, stay out of my room, you little scamp, or hey, you can, like, borrow some of my CDs if you want. And Sealand's like, I'm not really into this emo grunge shit. I'm gonna go do my own thing.
These are all just suggestions, of course, but
yeah, just like you get the gist of what we're talking about. Also, I'm curious to see where that bear is gonna come in on this. Down the panda in the corner. And the sheep. I mean, the sheep, if it's a zodiac thing, that's one thing, but I'm just like, Also, I will tell you this, though. The journal setup is really cool, that you have to physically go into your stuff and write into it. Like, people might get confused, so if you, like, make a mention of, like, hey, to save, go in here, but also finding it out by yourself is also really cool, because then you can feel really fucking smart about it.
Yes, I completely agree. That was really cool. One more thing, though, at least for me to add, you might want to go a little slower. And by that, I mean pace out your plot a little bit. Because you go from meeting Lorenzo and to Sealand finding out, hey...
You already said that.
Let me...
Okay.
What I'm saying is you can spend more time with each of the characters individually to flesh them out. Especially if you're going to be traveling with them more often. And it also gives Sealand some time to, like, acclimate to his environment. And for Denmark to, like, try to figure out how to tell this kid that his family is dead. Because that's a real heavy thing. And to throw at a kid, especially with such a dramatic change in scenery. And having the idea sprout in Seelan's head that he might have accidentally time traveled can become more organically.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of grow into it.
Like, honestly, what I was expecting of, like, when everyone left to go explore that bunker, I, like, had a thought that, like, something was gonna happen and we'd have to, like, find someone, or, like, someone got trapped, like, the bunker, like, caved in or something, so we were able to, like, go back and explore that area more.
Oh, that'd have been great.
Yeah, because then you'd have to be someone, and then you get stuck with somebody, or, like, get stuck with Matthias, and, like, I had a thought of, like, what if Seeland, like, figured it out himself first? He was like, you see, about Sweden, he's dead, isn't he? How'd you know? Your feelings kind of gave it away. Because Seeland's still an adult kid. As much as he is a child, he can still figure shit out, and he can think it's probably his fault. Because he'd probably feel bad of, like, he doesn't know if this time travel shit, like, him disappearing led to this. But again, he's also really close in, so I don't know if that guilt would hit him originally. But
he might have survivor's guilt in a way.
Yeah.
Because he was not around for this giant calamity, and there was realistically nothing he would have been able to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't have had... Of course, the sort of thing is, like, illogical. You don't really... They're just feelings. What if I could have been there? What if me not being there made him brash or not cautious or something like that?
Did he die trying to look for me?
Yes! That would be great. And him and Denmark talking about that and talking about, like, how he passed away. That'd be another good one, too.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do this all in their trek from finding him in the bunker to going home. Mm-hmm. And then you can have that reuniting with Finland, which also felt a little bit...
just really fast. Like, you're
yes.
like, oh, Finland! And then Finland's like, oh, hey. And then that's it.
Well, I felt like the micronations upstaged this, and I was like, could you let the man, like, coddle you a little bit? He literally just had his adopted child reappear after everyone thought he was dead, and like, Denmark said he was devastated by it. It would make perfect sense that he'd be like, get the fuck away from my child, and punch somebody and like, want that private time with him.
Or even of, like, the micronations go first, and then Finland go in and is like, did someone fucking say Sealand? And just literally bowls everyone else over. Matthias is like, you guys better step back. And they do, and then in comes Finland rushing in, just grabbing his boy, and it's like, oh, my boy, oh my god, you still have full cheeks, oh, you're so good, oh, because... everyone's probably starving at this point, immortality or not, so Finland's just like, oh, thank God, you're not like a withered skeleton, you look like you've been well fed, oh, you have rosy cheeks, I'm so happy you're healthy.
Yeah, if you brought in a little bit more of the, the location, the environment into this, you could make this really gripping and really sad if you wanted to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's, I think, all we have?
Yeah.
I know this is a beginning demo, but that, again, we're like, that's just our thoughts, you don't have to do them, it's just like, you get the gist of what we're saying here, it's like emotionally lacking kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good starter. This is a really neat thing of someone time traveling into a dystopia and being like, hey, what the fuck? And then knowing with this knowledge they can go back and set it right.
Yes.
That's a really good angle. This is really good. And the fact that the boy, you know which boy, my boy, is in this makes it even more considering. I was like, what does he have to do with this? Sort of thing.
Well, I think we need to wrap this up.
So that's about it for this. So have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Boy, I'm gonna go survive an apocalypse and eat peaches instead of pineapples. I'm dead inside. Like always.